right, let's go. Hey girl, hey girl, welcome or welcome back to Tricia Talks Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join us for episode number 9. We are one episode away from the end of this season, and I'm so excited that we have done it. Today is going to be a good one. First of all, let's rewind a little bit. I want to say happy Thanksgiving. We didn't do an episode last week because it actually fell on Thanksgiving. Our episode drop day or whatever you call it, when we go on YouTube, is on Thursdays. And Thursday was Thanksgiving. And I wanted to be intentional with spending time with my family, not just on Thanksgiving, but in the days leading up to Thanksgiving. This has been a very, 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 very busy year for my family. But it's also been a productive year. And I wanted to just sit and enjoy my family. My mother-in-law came into town for a couple days, so that was good to spend some quality time with her. We don't get to do that very often. What else? Thanksgiving was amazing, very quiet. We went to my uncle's house for a little while, took some food over there. I made some delicious jerk turkey wings. Jesus. My mouth watering a little bit like Wendy Williams. Y'all know how she used to get that little dribble in her mouth. Also, y'all pray for Wendy. God bless her. Yeah, so Thanksgiving was a good time. We had an amazing, just chill afternoon. It was cold. The temperature is definitely dropping everywhere. So shout out to winter being around the corner. Oops, I think I kicked the screen. Yeah, so nevertheless, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited for episode number 9. Today we are going to talk about vision and planning, and we are going to consider this our virtual vision board planning meeting. Okay? At your own convenient time, you can get your own convenient poster boards and all your pictures and all your quotes and all your cute colors and make your own board that you can put up. But this episode, we are going to talk about the planning of how we are going to execute those goals and to obtain them. So, first of all, fall is my favorite season. I love fall. I love sweaters. I love layering. I love boots. I love scarves. It's my birthday season too, but I love fall. Fall is, the best fashion if you ask me. I love fall. But Christmas and New Year's are my favorite holidays. It's something about the end of the year and the beginning of a new year. It's something about that transition that just, I love it. So I thought that this would be very befitting because we are approaching that time of year. And instead of us waiting until the first week of January to start thinking about what we need to be doing in January, we should be thinking about that now, the first week of December. So by the end of the month, we are already locked and loaded on what our vision is for the new year, what our goals are, how we're going to execute them, some timelines that we have set and implemented for when we are going to start reaching some of these goals and knocking off the tasks to get to those completed goals. So yeah, the time is now, right now. On another note, I talked in our last episode about business, and I'm kind of, how I want to say this. I'm a little bit disappointed, frustrated, but also excited about where I am in business when it comes to Tricia's Touch publications. This is the time of year that I'm normally rolling out new journals, planners for the new year, affirmation cards, devotionals, all the things that I've started. I'm normally rolling out a new collection by Black Friday. Well, wouldn't you know, I had a client, she's starting a new line of journals, so I produced her journals for her. And as soon as I completed that order, all hell broke loose with all of my equipment. So I'm here running a stationary printing publications company and ain't got a printer to first. So yes, I am frustrated because I want to be doing the things that I want to be doing. And I can't do them right now because I don't have what I need to do. But I'm excited because God knew that this would happen before I knew this would happen. And I also am excited because I have not settled in frustration and depression. I am taking advantage of this time to actively plan and make my steps forward so that when I do roll out the new collection, whenever that will be, everything that I need is seamless and in place. My designs are in order. How I'm going to get them out to you, distribute them, my shipping, and I have other things that I have sitting, waiting to go out. So I'm frustrated, but I'm excited. And when it happens and everything rolls out, you all will be excited too. 2024 has been a year of transparency and growth for me. And I think I do not stand alone in that. I think 2024 has been a year of transparency and growth for a lot of people. I think a lot of people have shed some of the masks that they have been wearing. And I think in shedding those masks that there have been quite a few people that have grown. It's no greater feeling than to be able to be your authentic and true self, who God has authentically and divinely created you to be. It's no greater feeling to just sit in that and to be that. But then to take all of that and allow God to show you the imperfections and the things that needs to be changed, altered, fixed, matured, cut off, whatever. It is a blessing to be able to sit in who you are, accept who God has created you to be, and then to be able to accept the revelation of the things about you that are not so great and allow God to help you cut those things off, because that's where growth comes from. It's through the pruning, through the watering, through the sitting in the sun. That's hot. It's hard. But it all works for our good and for the growth of us as a whole human being. Now, I'm no prophet, but I do believe that 2025 is the year of activation and manifestation. I believe that we are going to see a lot of people, and let's just start making this personal. Instead of talking about what we see about others, let's focus on us. Okay. So I'm going to change my positioning in my speech. Okay. I am activating and manifesting a lot of the things that have sat dormant inside for a long time. It is time to go. My pastor preached a couple weeks ago this sermon, Ready, Set, Go. We're ready. God has already prepared us. He has already equipped us and made us ready. It's time to now go. It's time to put your boots on, get your feet on the ground and go. If not, we are being disobedient, and disobedient is a sin. So it's important. If you have an assignment, if God has given you you know what your divine purpose is, you know what your passion is and what you are supposed to be doing, why you are in this earth. If you are not walking in that and you are intentionally not doing the things that you know you need to be doing to be walking fully in that purpose, that is disobedience, and God is not pleased. So now is the time. Let's take advantage of this time, hear what I'm saying, and let's shift that. You have the opportunity now to shift that. Growth is uncomfortable. Walking in purpose is uncomfortable, but it is necessary for your personal growth, but also for the growth of others. You are hindering someone by not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Someone is waiting on your voice. Someone is waiting on your sound. Someone is waiting on your business, your service, your gift, your calling, your book, your product. Somebody is waiting on whatever it is that you have to offer, that you are divinely purposed and positioned to execute and to manifest and activate in this world. So now is the time. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, boo. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. No more waiting. No more playing around. No more skipping along, worried about other things that don't got nothing to do with us. It's time for us to focus on us, what God has called us to do, what we feel, what we have a burning for. It's time for us to activate that and manifest it. Let's get it done. 2025, we getting it done. So by this time, Thursday, December 5th, we should all have a goal, vision, assignments, ideas. We should have something that God has birthed in us. If not prior to this year, absolutely over the course of 2024. We should have been doing the work to hear God clearly, to be in relationship with Him, that He communes with us, and that He's sharing and revealing things to us. If that is not the case, and you do not know what your next assignment is, I would suggest to you what has been suggested to me when I've been in this place. Go back to the last instruction that you heard. Whatever the last assignment was that you know God gave you, go back to that. Make sure that you have checked off everything that you are supposed to do. And if you don't know, ask God. I guarantee you He'll let you know if it's something that you're supposed to be doing from a previous assignment as to why you haven't heard what your next assignment is. So go back and make sure that you've done everything there correctly first, and that full assignment is turned in. You've completed the whole thing. Your name is on the paper. The date is on the paper. The subject, right? Is it an A day, a B day? Make sure you have everything on that assignment and turn it in. Once that is completed and turned in, allow God to give you your grade back. Find out if you need to do that lesson again. Okay? Find out if there's something that you missed, that you did not grasp, because if you didn't gain everything that you needed to get from that last assignment, then you're not going to have all of the tools that you need for the next assignment. So don't rush God and don't rush yourself. Make sure that you have done everything you're supposed to do so that when you get to completion and the next assignment does come, you have everything that you need so that you can complete that assignment successfully as well. So if you do not know what you're supposed to do, go back to the last one. If you've gone back to the last one and you've done everything, just wait patiently for the Lord. Incline your ear to Him. Just spend time with the Lord. Stay in commune with Him. Stay in relationship with Him. Talk to God and let Him talk back to you. And He will give you what you should be doing, what you should be working on, right? He'll give that to you if you are unaware in this present moment. But stay in communication with Him. You'll only know if you're talking to Him. You will only hear if you're talking to Him. There will be many signs, and many of us miss it, just like we do in relationships, where we miss signs. We miss the red flags because we so caught up in the cute, and we so caught up in the fact that I have a man, that we miss the red flags. You know, don't get caught up in the fact that you are saved and you have God and you love God, that you are missing the signs that He is showing you of the things that you need to be doing for yourself or someone else. Don't miss the signs. Don't have your ears closed. Don't have your eyes closed. Don't have your heart closed. Don't sit in festered sin either. Repent. Get yourself cleaned out. Make sure there's nothing holding you back from hearing God. Make sure that you are living and walking as humbly and as honestly and holy as you know how. Do that sincerely and honestly. And I promise you, God is not a God that is looking to, that's God is a loving God. He's not an angry God. He's not like that. And don't let nobody trick you into thinking that God is all about beating you up. Yes, there are standards. There are standards to holiness. There are standards for what God looks for in His children. Just like we have standards for our children. If you have a goal or an assignment or whatever, if you have a task, a goal, a vision, something set before you that has not been completed, these next steps that I'm going to give you, along with if it's something fresh and new, you have new goals. You've accomplished everything that you had set before you and you have new goals. It doesn't matter. New goals, old goals, a goal is a goal. The purpose of today's conversation is to make sure that we start checking these goals off, that we start completing them, so that we don't just have a list of goals, but we have a list of goals that are also being worked on and then completed, so that we can get new goals. Hello. But these next few tips that I'm going to offer you guys, I hope will help you. I'm going to go over with you, first of all, how to achieve goals in 12-week sections. I'll give you a little bit first before we go into all of this. How I set my vision or my goals for the year, I like to break them down in quarters. It's very simple for me that way. I look at quarter 1, then I look at quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Quarter 1, January through March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Got it? So I break them down like that in quarters, and then I break them down into months. Break those months down into weeks, and then you have your weeks into days. So whatever my set goal is, then I look at setting my timelines of when I want to have things completed, break those down into monthly tasks, and then weekly tasks and daily tasks to get to, completion. All right. So I'm going to go over with you guys how to achieve your goals in 12 weeks. Number 1, define your goal. Set a clear, measurable goal for the next 12 weeks. Make it specific and achievable. Number 2, break it down. Divide your goal into smaller tasks or milestones to make it more manageable. Number 3, prioritize your goals. Identify high-impact tasks, prioritize them, and have a consistent routine. Number 4, weekly planning. Create a weekly plan by allocating tasks that contribute to your 12-week goal. Keep it organized and achievable. Number 5, regular review. Weekly, review your progress, celebrate achievements, and adapt your plan if needed. Flexibility is key. Number 6, reflect and plan ahead. At the end of 12 weeks, reflect on your achievements and lessons learned. Use this insight to plan your next 12-week cycle. Breaking your year down into 12-week sections or 3 months or quarters, however you want to word it, breaking your goal down into those sections, it is also still very much so important that you then break down time to check in. For me, I do weekly check-ins. So I set every week and I set my goals for what it is that I have and my task, shall I say, for what it is that I need to accomplish in that week. And then I break down that task into specific to-dos for each day. So to complete this task, I need to do this, and this. So on Monday, I'm going to do this. On Tuesday, I'm going to do this. On Wednesday, I'm going to do this. I got all these things to do on Thursday, so I'm not going to do nothing with it on Thursday, but I'll come back to it on Friday. Whatever the case may be, you prioritize your weekly schedule based on your roles, responsibilities, assignments, goals, tasks, visions, responsibilities. I already say that. You set your schedule based on what it is that you need to do. The thing is that you need to sit with yourself so that you can prioritize the things that need to get done. Yes, observe the big goal, break that down into specific tasks to achieve that goal, and then break those tasks down into specific to-dos, checklists, check-offs, okay? And then check in with yourself every week. Make sure that you are on task and on target to get to completion, successful completion at the end of whatever your term is. All right. So I have a goal planner, worksheet that I'm going to share with you guys. A lot of people, you can go on Etsy or Pinterest or whoever, but I'm just going to share it with you because you're watching my podcast. You're engaging with me. So in the description, I'll have a little link that you can click on and you can download this goal planner. It's also the same image here, but this is a good little tool and tip or a good worksheet tool that can help you to break down your goals. You break down those goals and the strategy to complete that goal, and then break down your actionable steps or task. Okay. And then from that, you break down your to-do list. A lot of people don't know how to plan. You get a vision or you have a goal, an idea in mind, but until you start planning it, it's just sitting there as a vision, an idea, or a goal. It's not actually like doing anything. It's just sitting there as an idea. It's your goal. It's something you want to do, but until you put plan and actionable steps and not just make the plan and set the steps, but actually start walking in the steps, you'll never see production. So, and I'm somebody that knows that. I know that. I've lived in this world of having a whole bunch of notebooks and journals and planning and writing out ideas, but getting stuck in myself, getting stuck in my head, getting stuck in my own ideas and feelings. What are people going to say? How are people going to accept me? What will people think about me? We all have lived there at some point in time, and I know I definitely have. But the closer you get to God and you start seeing yourself for who you actually are and who He actually created you to be, you're not going to care. That stuff will start wearing away. Those feelings will start wearing away. You're not going to really care anymore. Because at the end of the day, you'll see the larger picture, and the mere fact that God has chosen you, Esther, for such a time as this, to be used in His kingdom for the purpose of His glory and your victory. I mean, nothing else matters really when you look at it from that perspective. So, I don't know what I was saying before that, but that was just a thought that I felt like I needed to get out. All right, let's get into this vision board real quick. So here's some sections. I like to call them segments. You can call them categories. You can call them whatever, for breaking down your vision board. You can have a wellness section, of course, financial section, faith, social, health. I guess that can go with the wellness, career and business, hobbies, family, vacation and travel. So many things that you can break down. You evaluate your life and look at the categories that fit your life. So here's a few things that will be on my personal vision board. Wellness. I have social. Well, wellness, of course, for self-care routines, nutrition, exercise, physical, that type of wellness is what I'm speaking of. Social, I want to incorporate some solo dates. I have never done that. And I want to, at this big age, start doing that. I want to also incorporate some friends and family travel, connectivity, engagements, events of some sort. I want to get back to that. Girl, next week we're going to have a good conversation about community and sisterhood and friendship. So I'm going to try not to get distracted, but that social just made me think about that. But we're going to keep going. Career or / business will also be on mine. What am I doing with Tricia's Touch Enterprises in 2025? So that is an area. Finances. I want to increase my saving. I want to make sure that I am working on life insurance and my wills and trust and getting all my stuff together. Okay. Traveling. I do want to do more traveling. I would like to travel with my whole family. Me, my husband, and my children. I want to do a lot more traveling with just the 5 of us. Education will be on my list because I've talked to you guys about the fact that I want to do, I'm working on my doctorate degree in my mind. I'm working on going back to school for my doctorate. I started my program and I did, I think 3 semesters. Technically 2. Because that last semester, I think I withdrew before the completion of the semester. So, but I want to go back. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm following the leading of the Lord and that I am doing the correct program that will benefit me and my community long term. What else? And then, of course, faith. I said this to you guys in another episode, I want to say last week. I want to get knee deep, like 10 toes down, knee deep in some additional studying of the Word of God. Not just reading my Bible and praying, but studying. I really want to get more meaty in the Word of God. So yeah, that's where I am for my list. Wellness, social, career/business, finances, travel, education, and faith will be my categories for 2025. Okay. And then last but not least, let's go over some questions for you to think about when planning and preparing to create your actual vision board. Okay. First things first. Sorry, y'all, this seat was second in. Okay, first things first. What goals do you want to achieve in 2025? That's obviously the conversation of the whole episode if we're talking about goals, but pinpoint the goals that you want to achieve. And then what are the most important ones out of that set group of goals that you have? What are the most important ones? Prioritize them. How are these goals going to get you to where you are ultimately trying to go? That's another question. And then once you have all of your information, you know the goals, you know why you have them, what the purpose is, how it's going to benefit you long term and short term, then start collecting your images, your visuals, your graphics, your wording, handwrite some wording, whatever you're going to use on your board to make it cute, to make it visibly. What in the world is going on with your words, Patricia? Whatever it is that you want to find, need, do, create, handwrite, hand draw, paint, whatever, however you choose to make your vision board visibly pleasing. That is what you need to gather. Have fun with it, okay? Have fun. 2025 is going to be a big year. I know it's a lot of changes going on in the country, but it's a lot of changes going on in the world. But more importantly, it should be a lot of changes going on in us. Because at the end of the day, if we want to see change, we got to be that change. So I hope that we are all changing, evolving, growing, maturing, blooming and blossoming and becoming who we are supposed to be so that this world can be what it's supposed to be. Let us be the salt and the light. Let us not be so flustered and oppressed and worn down by the weight of the cares of this world. Let us wear those things as a loose garment. Yes, they impact us. Yes, we feel we're human. So yes, all of that stuff impacts us. But let us fight to stay closer to God than to the things that are sent to distract us. Otherwise, we will never make it to completing successfully the goals and the assignments that we are divinely tasked with completing on this earth. Let's not leave this earth with things undone. All right, let's heal, do what we're supposed to do, and get it done. I love y'all. Happy episode number 9, baby. Number 9. One more episode and this season is done. We will be back when the Lord tells us to come back. But we're going to stay connected regardless. I hope you all are following me on Instagram. My user hashtags, link tags. What are they called? Name, whatever. It's in the description, y'all. Y'all know I don't know this stuff. But I hope you're getting what I'm supposed to be giving. Okay? I hope that's what you're getting most importantly. We'll figure out the terms and all the rest of the stuff at some point later. Right now, I hope you're getting the point of these episodes. But go in the description box to follow me on all the things. My website, Facebook, Instagram. The link for the goal worksheet will also be in the description box. And yeah, let's stay connected. Let's stay together. Let's love one another and let's spread love everywhere we go. Somebody out there in the world is looking for your smile. They're looking for your touch, your pleasantries, the light of God. They are looking for it, and they'll only see it if we allow the light of Christ to show through us and be illuminated in us. So I love y'all. Happy episode number 9. I'll see y'all next week right here. For episode 10, we are talking about sisterhood and friendship and community. And I'm going to have a couple special guests next week for the grand finale of season 1 of Tricia Talks Podcast. See y'all next week. Love you. Peace.